Welcome to our video guide on creating front page sections for your store. This tutorial will show you how to customize the front page of your store using our pre-built tools, including creating banners, custom CMS, images, promotions, top sellers, recently sold and recently viewed sections. Using these tools will help you to achieve the perfect landing page for your customers when visiting your store. To get started, you need to navigate to the administration area of your store. From the left-hand menu, select Marketing and then Front Page Sections. On this screen you will see any pre-existing sections that can be edited, and you will also have the option to create something new by selecting from the range of different types of sections available. First, let's take a look at creating banner sections. Selecting the Create a Banner section will open the Banner Creation screen. Here you can name your new banner for internal use. Setting the sort order will determine how this sits on the front page from top to bottom. You can also make them customer specific and therefore only visible to set customers. Set visible only on desktops or mobiles, allowing for different banners to be seen on different devices. Display option makes this visible to logged in or logged out users. Start and end dates allow visibility for a set period of time. Section class adds a class to the section in the front end to enable tracking clicks using Google Tag Manager. Overall customer display settings will ignore any user, customer, or customer group settings and promotions for this section. Entering text into the header will create a header for this section on your store page. Banner duration is the time in milliseconds between banner rotation on your store. Your banners will appear in the order you specify with their sort order unless you check the random banner order box. Pressing save will now open up the ability to add the banners to your newly created section. Press the Create button to get started. Here you can now label your banner and select the sort order in which it appears, as well as adding a link URL to internal or external content. Open in new window determines whether clicking the link keeps you on the same browser window or opens the content in a new window. All that is left to do now is to select your banner using the Choose File option and add it to your store. You have the option to have different banners for desktop and mobile devices. Leaving mobile blank will default to the desktop image. To add a second banner, save the screen and click the Create button again to repeat the process. You can have multiple banners with your predefined sort order unless you have checked the random banner order box for this section. We recommend a width of around 1200 pixels for your banner images, and all banners need to be the same height to display correctly when scrolling. Next, we will look at how to create custom content known as CMS sections in your store. In the Create CMS section, you can name your section internally, set the sort order, make the section customer specific and visible on desktop or mobile devices. Display option will determine whether this section is visible whether a user is logged in or not. The section can be given a start and end date for when it will appear on your store. Section class adds a class to the section in the front end to enable tracking clicks using Google Tag Manager. Overall customer display settings ignores any other rules to hide customer or user connected promotions. You can also give this section a header if you wish by entering text in the header field. Now you need to save your section to be able to create custom content. This will give you the options to Edit Page and Edit as HTML. Selecting Edit Page will open up a new window where you will be able to use the WYSIWYG editor to create a custom content section. Selecting Edit as HTML will open a new window where you can add your own HTML to a section. Next, let us take a look at creating image sections for your store. Setting up an image section follows the same rules and field requirements as previous sections we have looked at already in this guide, so we will look now just at the setting up images themselves. Once your section is set up, press Save. You will then have the Create button appear to begin adding images. Pressing Create will open a new screen to be able to label your image, set a sort order, attach a link URL, and determine whether this link opens in the current or a new window. Now you can upload your images, using a different image for desktops and mobiles if desired. The images will auto-scale across the section, so it is worth having a go with various sizes and multiple images to see what works best for your store. Let us now look at how you create top sellers for your store. Top sellers will be generated automatically for your store unless you specify them yourself using the Top Sellers function under your store's product menu. To find out more about setting up your own top sellers, please visit our online guide or speak to your account manager. Once again, creating a top seller section has the same field requirements as our other sections. In addition, you can give this section a header and determine whether the section displays as a list or as product tiles. Choose what works best for the look and feel of your store. Your store will automatically generate top sellers based on orders in your store. You can determine the time period and the number of top sellers displayed by navigating to your store's settings menu and the Promotions tab. Here you can toggle whether this section is visible and turn auto-generate on and off. Next, how to create a recently sold section. Creating this section follows the same format as top sellers. Set up your recently sold section. Decide if your section should have a header and whether you want this to be a list or tile format. Recently sold sections will always be auto-generated by your store based upon your latest sales activity. Additional settings for this can be found under your store's setting menu and Promotions tab. In this tab you can toggle recently sold on and off. You can also set the number of items displayed and time period items are considered. Now we will look at creating a recently viewed section. This section works in a similar way to top sellers and recently sold. The content of the section is created automatically by the store depending on what products your customers are looking at. In this section, you also control the number of products displayed here, rather than in the settings menu, and can determine what pages recently viewed items are displayed on. Finally, let us look at creating a promotions section. This section is where you can connect your promotional items and can be in the form of products, text, images, banners, and contact cards. The section is created in the same way as previous marketing sections. Giving this section a name will help you to connect your promotional items to the correct section, and you can specify that only items assigned to this section are included by unticking the All Promotion Items Will Be Included checkbox. To learn more about creating promotional items, please see our online guide. You have now reached the end of our guide on creating front page sections for your store. We hope you have found the guide useful, but please reach out to your account manager if you have any further questions.